Today I want to speak about something that I found myself into, and I came up with some thoughts, ideas, inspiration, realizations, call it whatever you want, that that really helped me to move through this situation, and I think that can help you to expand your view and think about these things and becoming more confident and positive about the situation. So the situation, what situation? Is the situation when, you know, for myself, I used to be able to find very quickly any jobs, so I didn't have to worry too much about money, just find a job and work and then do my things. But recently it hasn't been so easy, and so I found myself struggling a little bit, and my brother has been too, and I know many people lost their job during whatever has been happening so far. So this is how I dealt with it. There are basically two ways that you can take, right? There are two ways. The first way is the way of fear, which is, now most people are in fear right now. I mean, I don't know most people, but I know that many people are in fear right now for these three main reasons. The first reason being fear of the virus. I'm not one of those, for example. Another one is fear of losing their freedom, and I feel close to these people. I think this is something that justified to be afraid of more than the virus itself. And the third reason, I think the main reason for fear these days, is because people lost their security. They lost their jobs, they lost their way of making income, they lost their businesses, their activities, and that of course brings worry. And I found myself worrying a little bit about this, not having enough money to arrive at the end of the month, and so this gave me three big realizations. They gave me three understanding that I didn't have before, and so this, for me, this situation, I decided to take it as an opportunity, because you can choose to take it as an opportunity and be positive and rise people up with you, or you can choose to be fearful and negative and bring people down with you. I'm talking about people close to you. So this is the choice, and I choose to see the positive side and to see the opportunity in this, and to help people becoming more courageous and more confident and more positive about what's going on. So if I choose that direction, I have, as I said, these three main realizations that help me to be more positive about it, to see the opportunity into this. The first realization is that the whole species, everybody, everyone, everything in this planet is based on survival. Their main goal is to survive. And one person tend to forget that, because we had this illusion that our species is so advanced that we have to stop thinking about survival. But actually, so many millions of people, they starve and they don't survive because they don't have enough to eat, and this is a reality, and so we are not that advanced. We are still striving to survive, and many people don't survive. And so for me, the first realization is this: just the fact that I survived, just the fact that I have food on my table, just the fact that I have a roof, just this, I have already won. So this is another way of being grateful for what I have, rather than focusing on what I don't have. Yes, I don't know how I'm gonna do until the end of the month, but I know that I will survive. So this is already something to be thinking about. The other thing that I thought about, it was the fact that there are two ways of surviving, two main ways of surviving that I realized. One is the predator way, and one is the synergistic way. The predator way is, for example, a tiger, a lion go and eat a zebra, is the way of being the strongest, the fittest, and going and use other people's or other things, other species' weaknesses in order for you to survive. And the way human being can survive this way, the way of the predator, if it's, for example, if he goes and stealing or robbing somebody or killing somebody and take his so this is the way. But the synergistic way is the way. And the synergistic way works like this. For example, in nature, the plants, they survive by being synergistic. So for example, they excrete the sugars, these carbohydrates, through the roots, and by doing that they attract bacteria that bring with them nutrients essential for the survival of the plant. This is synergy. The plant has these sugars, these carbohydrates, he put it out, the bacteria, he has nutrients for the plants on it, and he brings it to the plants, and this exchange is a synergistic exchange. So the output of somebody, it becomes the input of somebody else. The plants do like that also. They spread their seeds through giving fruits to the animals. The animal eat the fruits and then spit the seeds or shit the seeds, and the plant reproduce and survive. So this is the synergy. So for me, this realization of this of this situation is that I have to start thinking, how can I be more synergistic? Because until now, maybe I had a job, I just found any job, because you could easily find a job, but right now it's been decided that this job is no longer necessary, and so I lost this job, and now I find myself, okay, what do I do? So how can I be synergistic means, how can I find something that I'm naturally good at, I really love to do, I would do for free, I could do it forever for free. And what is that thing that I naturally can do, that I love to do, that it becomes something good, something useful for somebody else, which I can exchange? So this is for me, for example, I found coaching. In coaching, I could do it 24/7. It's something good, it's something that I feel I'm good at. Am I becoming rich with coaching? No. I'm starving with coaching right now, but it doesn't matter, because I just started. When you do a job, you start a job, the first day you don't know what you're doing, the second day, third day, it takes months, it takes years until you master the job and you become good at it. So why not start focusing on the side on something that I could really do, that is useful for somebody in exchange for my survival. So this is synergy. So this is an opportunity for me to start looking inside and thinking, what can I do and survive with synergy. And the third realization I had is the fact that this is a good opportunity to learn self-control, to work on myself. Because when you have to choose between buying cigarettes and eating some good food, or even worse, when you have to choose if buying cigarettes or give food to your child, that moment comes when you have to face yourself, face your addictions, and saying, okay, now I have to do it. So for me, it's an opportunity, because as long as I have the money to buy that addiction to gambling, or to eat, or to eat garbage, or to drink alcohol, or to smoke cigarettes, or to all this thing, until I have this money, I'm not gonna work on myself. I'm just gonna pay the money. But when I don't have the money and I have to choose, it's kind of put me in a situation where I have to work on myself, and this work on myself, it will eventually set me free. So this is the opportunity. So these three big opportunity: to be grateful for being able to survive, to start working on myself, on how can I be more synergistic, how can I start giving something to the world that's coming from me, that is unique to me, and the third is how can I work on myself so that I become free from my addictions, and I don't have, and I can give food to my children rather than than use the money to smoke cigarette or to drink alcohol. So these are the three things, and it's a choice. You can choose to be negative about it and bring all around you down with you in fear and worry, or you can choose to take this as this is human experience, this is survival, and I'm just gonna be trying to survive and do my best and be courageous and be positive, and the people around you, because it's also contagious, like fear, courage is contagious. I can be contagious with courage and positivity and raise people up. It's a choice. So this is what I had to say for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Ciao.